Have you ever seen a bird lock the door of its own cage and then cry because it cannot fly? You might say, no, a bird is not that foolish. But my friend, human beings do this every single day. We build cages out of our own tears. Some people don't escape pain because pain has become their identity. They carry suffering like a trophy. They introduce themselves through wounds. Every conversation is a funeral for their past. And slowly, they become addicted to pity. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." But what happens when a person stops looking for a why and starts worshipping how painful? Today I want to tell you a story about a young man named Daniel. And maybe, just maybe, this is your story too. Daniel is a good guy. He is smart with a large heart. But Daniel has had a very hard life. He grew up very poor. His parents had nothing. He had to work heavy labor just to pay his own school fees. He met bad people who cheated him and constantly took advantage of his honesty. He went through deep pains. Because of this, Daniel started doing something dangerous without knowing it. He started wearing his sad story like a badge of honor. Every time Daniel met someone new or found an opportunity, he used it to tell his sad story. He thought, if I tell them how much I have suffered, they will feel pity for me. They will give me a chance. They will help me. Life wasn't different in the university either. Life was so hard for him. He was doing multiple heavy jobs just to survive. Because of this, he would always miss class lectures. His struggle was very obvious. Everyone could see it. But Daniel did something else. He made his struggle his daily song. Whenever he walked into the hostel, looking tired and covered in sweat, he would meet his classmates and say, bro, I'm just coming from work. Things are really hard for me. I swear I do not even know if I will be able to pull through in this life. His classmates would look at him with soft eyes and say, it is well, bro, it is well. You are a hard worker, just keep pushing. When Daniel heard this, he felt a warm comfort inside. He thought to himself, they understand my condition. They have sympathy for me. Because they pity me, they will always get my back. But a bitter lesson was waiting for him. One morning, a very strict lecturer gave a sudden, important test at 8 a.m. The lecturer announced it would only last for 2 hours. Where was Daniel? He was at his menial job, sweating, completely unaware. By the time Daniel found out and rushed down, the test was over. He had scored a 0. Daniel was heartbroken. He ran back to the hostel and went straight to the classmate he called his close friend. With tears in his eyes, Daniel shouted, I thought you would remember me. I thought we were friends. I thought you understood my condition. Why didn't you just call me or submit a paper for me? His friend looked away, a little uncomfortable, and said, I am sorry, bro. The test was in a hurry. You know how tough that lecturer is. I had to secure my own marks first. Boom! Daniel felt like a knife went through his chest. He was deeply disappointed. He realized that people might say sorry to you, but when the fire gets hot, everyone protects themselves first. Nobody was going to carry his academic burden just because they pitied him. Daniel managed to struggle, pass his exams, and finally finish school. But sadly, he did not learn the lesson. He carried this same mindset of seeking pity into the real world. And that was how he found himself at that big job interview. One day, Daniel went for a big job interview. This was the job that could change his life. He sat in front of the interviewers. The HR manager smiled and asked, Daniel, tell us about yourself. Instead of talking about his skills, Daniel opened his box of pain. He said, I have suffered. My parents are poor. I trained myself through school. Life has been so unfair to me. I really need this job because I have no one to help me. The interviewers looked at him. Their faces became soft. They nodded. They looked like they truly cared. At the end, the manager smiled warmly and said, Thank you, Daniel. We understand. We will call you. Daniel went home so happy. He relaxed. He told himself, they felt my pain. They understand my situation. I definitely got the job. He waited 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, nothing. Anxiously, he went back to the office to see the HR manager. The manager looked at him with a cold face and said, Daniel, I'm sorry. We cannot offer you employment. We felt bad for you, yes, but the position is filled already. Daniel was absolutely devastated. It felt like his last hope for survival had just slipped through his fingers. He lost his composure and started lamenting right there in the office. But I have good grades, Daniel cried out, his voice shaking. I presented you with my 2-1 certificate. I struggled so hard in hunger and in pain just to obtain this paper. I opened my heart and explained all my struggles to you, hoping you would understand my situation. Where did I go wrong? He was weeping now, broken and deeply disappointed. He thought his tears would make them change their minds, but the corporate world does not run on pity. The HR manager's face remained cold. She did not comfort him. Instead, she simply picked up the telephone and called the security guards to come and escort Daniel out of the building. As the guards walked him out into the hot street, Daniel felt entirely empty. He had shown them his deepest wounds, and instead of a bandage, they threw him out the door. Before we continue Daniel's story, I want to ask you a direct question. Have you ever experienced this? Have you ever shared your deep, sad story with someone, thinking they would understand and be there for you, only for them to disappoint you? Did they distance themselves? Did they stop calling you? Did they abandon you when you needed them most? If this has happened to you, please drop a comment below right now. Tell me your experience, and please hit the subscribe button so you do not miss these deep life lessons. Your engagement helps this community grow, and it tells me you are listening. Daniel was lost. He kept moving, struggling, but nothing worked. Then one evening he was sitting alone in a quiet park. An elderly woman came and sat on the same bench. She looked peaceful. They started a random conversation. Daniel did not tell her his full story, but he complained a little about how hard life is and how people do not help. The elderly woman looked at the trees. She did not know Daniel's reality, but her words pierced his soul. She said, "Young man in Japan, there is a beautiful philosophy called gammon. It means to endure the unbearable things in life with patience and dignity." Without complaining, she looked directly into Daniel's eyes and said, "When you cry to the world might give you a tissue. They might give you a small cushion to rest on for a minute. But they will never give you a crown. People run away from heavy loads. When you always show how pathetic your situation is, people do not see your potential anymore. They only see you as a burden." Boom! It was like lightning hit Daniel's mind. He finally understood. People do not really care about your troubles. It is not because they are evil. It is because everyone is fighting their own silent battles. When you always narrate your sad experiences, you push people away. You drain their energy. Fish don't talk about the water they swim in. They just swim. There's a Japanese philosophy, wabi-sabi. It means finding beauty in broken things, but only after they've been repaired. A cracked bowl filled with gold, that's wabi-sabi. Not the crack, not the break, but the healing. Your pain is not your identity. It's just part of your path. Another quote from Japan. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. Notice that it doesn't say talk about falling 7 times. No matter how bad your background is, nobody is coming to save you. Think about it. When you meet someone successful, do they start with their trauma? No. They start with vision, with energy, with presence. Because deep down, nobody cares about your pain as much as you think. And that's not cold. That's human nature. We are drawn to light, not wounds. Now, I'm not saying your pain isn't real. It is. I believe you. I honor your struggle. So how do you break out of this cage of self-pity? How did Daniel finally become successful? He used these 3 simple steps, and you should apply them too. If you are stuck in life right now, write these down. Number 1. Burn the sad story and build a burning desire. Daniel finally woke up. He realized that the market does not care about his feelings. The world does not pay him for his pain. It can only pay him for value. He stopped waiting for a savior and became the master of his own fate. He completely turned his self-pity into undeniable success. Daniel made a hard rule. Never speak about your disadvantages again. Nobody cares how hard your life is. When you ask for pity, you give away your personal power. He took his mind back. Instead of focusing on what he lacked, he created a definite chief aim, a burning desire to win. He realized that every time he told his sad story, he was just selling weakness. From that day on, Daniel only spoke about his goals, his skills, and where he was going. He stopped being a victim of his past and became the architect of his future. Number 2, transmute pain into pure fuel. When people hurt you when you fail a test, when a company kicks you out, that creates massive emotional energy. Before, Daniel used that energy to cry. He used it to feel sorry for himself. But Daniel learned a secret. You can take that dark, painful energy and redirect it. He took the anger of being rejected, the pain of being poor, and the disappointment of his friends abandoning him, and he used it as fuel. Whenever he felt tired, he remembered the HR manager's cold face. He used that pain to stay awake late at night, studying, learning new skills, and working harder than everyone else. You cannot force people to like you, but you can make them need you. Daniel realized that the only way to get a seat at the table is to bring something extremely valuable to it. He stopped asking people, "Can you help me because I am struggling?" Instead, he started asking, "How can I solve your biggest problem?" He became so good at his craft that people felt stupid ignoring him. When Daniel finally walked into his next big interview a year later, he did not mention his poor background. He looked the manager dead in the eye and said, "Here are the exact 3 ways I will increase this company's revenue. And here is the proof I can do it." They did not hire him out of pity. They hired him out of necessity. My friend, this is how Daniel won. And this is how you will win. Pity is a beggar's coin. It will never buy you a mansion. Stop asking the universe to make things easier and start demanding yourself to get better. Take ownership. Bring value. Build your mind. You are exactly where you choose to be. If you want a new life, start doing the work today.